Patrick Pierce's rig. He's going to be our guest speaker tonight.
Just wanted to let you know that the hatchery trip that we took was a great success. We had about 35 people to go down there.
I just want to talk about the Villages Bass Tournament coming up March 16th. How many people fished in the tournament last year? Show of hands. And so we had 90 anglers, I believe 91 last year. We'll fish 7:30 to 10:30, and then the 18th will be our banquet. Now it's a catered dinner. We have prizes for everybody who participates.
You join the club because you want to go fishing. This is your chance to go fishing. We're going fishing next Wednesday. We're going up the St. Johns River, beautiful river. It's got just about anything you can think about catching is in that river. A lot of guys have found that this is a great way to meet people to go fishing with. I try to put the guys together and gals on a boat with people from someplace near where you live. We put the carpools together. The idea behind that is to get a few people in the same area, and then they start going fishing together. A siphon a lot. So this is a great way to find some new people to go fishing with. We do all the work for you. All you have to do is sign up and give me $35. We put the thing together.
Okay, here we go. I fished Sala Popka chain today with 14 anglers. For those of you that are interested in what goes on in the surrounding area as far as the bass activity, 27 bass were caught. First place was 5, the weight a whopping 10.35 pounds. Big bass was 8.20. The gentleman had not signed up for trophy catch. I've got his pictures on this. He's going to sign up for trophy catch tonight or tomorrow. So that's worth $100.
I caught a 4.5 foot gar on my ultralight.
Okay, moving right along. It took 17 pounds and change to win that tournament. So there are bass in Pansofsky. That was first place. Second place was 13, and I forget how many boats I got. Nobody's caught the big one. There's one in there that's worth $10,000, and it's good until the end of April. Okay, so if you catch a bass in there that's got a tag on it, you don't have your glasses, but you know it's a tag of some sort. Fish habitat volunteers. Did anybody go today? 1, 2. That's it. Okay. If you guys would talk to me after the meeting, I'd like to find out a few things. Also, it's available tomorrow and Thursday. If you want to go, be at Hickory Point. I got that right? Yeah. Hickory Point boat ramp at 8:30. This is FWC people that are building fish attractors. They're wanting volunteers. I put the emails out to the guys that signed up last month, but it's open to whoever wants to join them. But be there no later than 8:30.
I went to Georgia to get an education. I know that doesn't make any sense, but I went to Florida first and studied wildlife ecology, wildlife management at the University of Florida, and decided I wanted to be a fish biologist. So I went to the University of Georgia to study fish biology and ended up staying in Georgia for about 10 years. I worked for Georgia DNR as a fish biologist. After I became a fish biologist, I got to go to the lake a lot. I got to go to the lake on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. But I never got to go fishing, and I always saw these guys out there with the bass boats and out there fishing while I'm working, and I didn't like that. So I decided I didn't want to be a fish biologist anymore. I moved back to Florida, and I started tournament fishing. And now I don't get to tournament fish full time. I know you had Shaw and Terry here 2 months ago, a month ago?
Or 2 months ago.
Those guys, they're both my buddies, but they get to fish full time, of course, on the Elite Series, and that's what I'm trying to get to. That's what I'm working towards. That's why I fish 9 Bassmaster Opens all around the country. I actually put more miles on my truck than they do. I just get paid. That's where I'm going. That's what I want to do. That's how I want to make a living. So through those experiences, I've been all over the country now. I've caught every kind of bass there is. And I always love to come back to Florida because we have incredible bass fishing here. Other than the fact that we don't have the smallmouth, which is, if we could ever get them things to grow down here, we wouldn't ever have to leave Florida. But so welcome to all the new guys that are just going to get their first taste of it, and to the guys that have been here and know what it's like to catch 6, 7, 8 pounders. You know, it's awesome. You guys are going to love it down here. And but when I give these seminars and when I go listen to these seminars, and I've sat through a lot of them, I always try to make it a point. I want to learn one thing. All right, I want to learn one thing that's going to make me a better fisherman. So when I was driving down here, Dad's like, what's one thing I can tell these guys? And I know, like I said, Shaw and Terry were already here, and they told you a whole bunch of stuff. But what's one thing I can tell these guys that nobody's ever told me? And I was trying to think of what that was. And I decided to tell you about this. How many of you guys keep a logbook or have kept a logbook? All right, this is not a logbook. This is a book I started keeping 2 years ago fishing tournaments. We had a tournament at Lake Okeechobee. When I get done with the tournament, the first few hours afterwards are when I realize all the mistakes I made. And it's all going through my head, and that's when I really think about what I should have done differently. So that led to a conversation, and a whole lot of different things came up. But he went out to his car because he's a writer. He's got little books like this everywhere. He brings me a book and hands it to me and says, write it down. Write it down right now. And I said, I don't need a logbook. He's like, no, not a logbook. He said, write down whatever it is you're thinking, whatever you did wrong today. That's what this book is. This is all my screw-ups. Every tournament, I write the name of the tournament, the date, and everything I did wrong. And I started to realize something. I started to realize as long as I'd been fishing, I could remember every tournament I was. Same thing with your fishing. You're always going to remember the good stuff. You don't need a logbook to tell you where you caught them. You need a book to tell you where you screwed up. I started doing that 2 years ago, and that has really changed how I fish. Now, I'm talking about tournament fishing, and I know you guys have some competitions, but a lot of you probably just, fish recreation. Say, oh, great day. We don't have to catch fish to have a good day fishing. Well, I'm a fisherman, and I know that's BS. It's great to be out on the lake. It's fun to be out there driving the boat. It's fun to be out of the house. It's a lot more fun if we catch a bunch of. If you want to learn to catch more fish, get you a book, get you a notepad. Do it on your iPhone. And Florida Fish, for you guys that just got down here, Florida lakes, if you find water that's over your head, you're in really, really deep water. I mean, scary deep. All right? One of my teas they're critters. And critters react to their environment. Do they know the pressure's going up or down? I don't know. And they're not going to tell us. But we know that they do react to changes in their environment. Now, is it the pressure or is it the cloud cover? Is it the pressure coming up or is it the sunshine? I think, honestly, my experience, both as a fisherman and as a biologist, water temperature, but he feels the important thing happens and changes. It speeds up or slows down as the water heats or cools, right? They're cold-blooded. They're connected to the water. They're the same temperature as the water. And that's going to tell you a lot. But the real key is not what the temperature is, but how it's moving. Is the temperature coming down? The bass are going to be slower. If the temperature's coming up, they're going to get more active. So a rise from, like right now, St. John.